Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Hopefully everybody is doing well, guys. I'm back again with another one, another episode on the series slash journey that we've been on since last year to those who've been tapped in. Um, there's nothing much to tell you guys or to show you guys. There wasn't much activity last week. Only took one trade. Well, yeah, there was just one trade that I took and it was also a loss, as you may guess because the market conditions are crap. It might be my strategy, it might be me personally, but the markets are crazy right now. And I'm about to just break down the trade that I took and the reason why I took the trade and just show you my progress so far, or the opposite of that, or let thereof, whatever we might call it, because it's bad. So it was CAT JPY. Uh, if you're gonna zoom out, you will see that it's pretty much ranging, right? It has been ranging between the two black solid lines, this line and this line, support and resistance. But if you take a closer look, let's go on the 4 hour real quick. 4 hour. You will see that as much as the market is ranging, or as much as the overall trend is, bullish, as you might see, um, the higher high and higher low, the overall higher high and higher low wave has been holding. And then we've also created another one right above the higher high that has been holding. And we also have a new high. So we have a new wave basically, even though price is really clearly broken. It has just been playing around the higher high areas. It hasn't solidly made a new high until recently or last week, because this high is quite prominent. You can't ignore it, right? So what I saw is that ever since price came back to okay, ever since this higher low right here, this is the most recent high that price made, right? This high right here. Let me just do it like this. This high right here came from this low, or this higher low right here, right? And ever since this high was made, the highs have been declining. What do I mean by that? Any high that happened after that has been lower than the high that was made by this higher low right here. So if you look at this high, even though it was made by this low right here, it still didn't break the previous high, or the high that was made by this higher low. And then what else? Price came to retest the higher low, and then look at what it did. This is where it rejected the first time and started ranging, right? So looking at it, I thought, okay, I see that the pressure to the upside is quite, uh, is quite bullish, right? And the move is looking like it has a lot of momentum. As you can see, it has been creating waves to the upside, but I can't ignore the fact that price rejected right here, and it created a double top, and then ever since it did that, it has been ranging, right? It's failing to make new lows. It's also failing to make new highs. So what does it mean? Taking into account that the previous high was also lower than the previous high that was made by this high low, the bears might be getting stronger than the bulls at this point, right? I always preach that the market structure is always, the best way to, to determine if we're on a bullish or bearish trend. And we're clearly on a bullish trend on this, but then this range, and the how the highs have been declining, it low-key just, tilted me a little bit to think that, okay, since the current occurring price action is lagging, um no, it's not lagging. What's lagging is the market structure, right? The leading indicator to me of the market sentiment is the current market price, right? Because the market structure can always be reversed at any moment. So for us to catch all the early signals of reversal, we have to pay close attention to the price action, right? And the price action was showing me declining lows. So to the 1 hour, I was obviously cognizant of this range right here, and I'm about to explain the lines real quick. So another thing that inspired my entry was the fact that if you look at what price does whenever it gets to the black solid line, you will see that there's always some sort of, respect given to this line. as a resistance, right? Once price breaks below this line, the black line, this line, right? Price retests and drops. Okay, taking that into account, and also after seeing that price broke below, and also seeing that the range, there was a manipulation to the upside of the range to say, okay, the buyers were manipulated to think, okay, this is a breakout. The sellers were also taken out because obviously the stop losses were right around the resistance area, or right at the or right above the structure, or the resistance of the range. Let me put it like that, right? It also created some sort of a double top, right? So I saw this and I thought, okay, this could be an early signal for reversals, taking into account that, because remember, by the time I executed this trade, none of this had played out yet. This is how the market was looking. Without this, let me make it red so that the red part hadn't played out yet, right? So taking into account that, okay, when you talk about the highs that price has been making, the highs have been declining, right? Confluence number one. The highs have been declining, and another thing is there was a double top here. Obviously, it was disrespected, but then when you look at this range, what I saw was that this resistance has been holding until the most recent action around that zone right there. And what was it? It looked like a liquidity grab, because the fake out obviously grabbed a whole lot of liquidity that was around this area. And guess what price did after that? It started dropping, playing around or playing under or below this trend line right here. So as this trend line was forming, or this line was respected, what came to my head, taking into account that, okay, I'm a bit, my bias is to the downside. Because of what? Because of the declining lows and the range and everything that I've been explaining. And also this line, right? This line, remember what happens whenever price gets below the black line. So I was thinking that, okay, price is most likely to drop at this point, at least to the blue line, right? At least to this blue line, because look at what happens. Look at what happens when price gets to the blue line, right? There's liquidity that pushes price, and you don't, like, when price comes to that area, it doesn't even have a drawdown. It just shoots straight to the upside. Judging from this previous experience right here. So my original trade, or my overall bias, was obviously to the upside because of the higher high and higher low structure that's holding, right? And I was looking for the buy entry had price came to this blue line for that touch. It would have executed that buy right here, right? But in attempt to go to the downside for this touch, because this is what I was aiming for, I understood that, okay, there's might be an opportunity for a sell here, because why? Price broke out broke below the black line, which is inside of the range, right? And didn't really give us a proper retest to the black line, as I said, right? It didn't. Well, it did, but the move to the downside is not what I really expected. So I thought, okay, since this is what happened, and price is also like respecting or creating this sort of a pattern, because this is what it looked like, really. What I thought was, okay, this pattern is definitely here to lure in or induce all the buyers to say, okay, this is going to be a break and retest. And then as soon as you enter here thinking that price is going to the upside, so this is the manipulation move. As soon as you think that, okay, price is going to the upside, right? Price is going to reverse. And that's where I'm going to enter. Okay, I really entered here. I had a sell limit around this area. Entered, my stop loss was right above this rejection, and then price dropped. I was in profit, right? But then I didn't look at the fact that, okay, this might be a sensitive area because look at this right here, right? I didn't take this into account. I was too biased and I didn't think price would ever reject and really go to the upside and respect this pattern right here. So instead of closing when price got here, I did it, right? I didn't even put even though I advised my in my telegram that, okay, after this drop, put your stop loss at break even. I didn't do that because I was confident, well, overly confident that price is going to drop to at least this blue area. Price didn't do that. Price actually reversed and respected the bullish, the bullish momentum, and actually went to the upside, right? And the loss on that was I closed. I mean, I closed before my stop loss because I saw that, okay, I'm invalidated right here, right? I have my alien validation signals. I even indicate them in my telegram, my free telegram, that which you can join. It's in the link in the description below. So I took a loss of about $8, $7.83. That's the loss that I took. And as you can see, I've been on a losing streak. And it's not looking good. When I look at my loss overall, is 2.1%. Minus 2.11%. And obviously it's not looking good. It's a lot to do. The target for this thing is 250 or 5%. But then I added 2 more percent to that, and obviously we're gonna bounce back, but it's gonna be more difficult, and it's gonna be a challenge that I would actually want to see play out, because it will actually show if I have a winning strategy. It will actually show if I have the heart for this thing and if I really am built for it, right? I can't doubt myself right now, even though it's looking crazy. I mean, I still commend my risk management, because after a streak of 7 losses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After a streak of 7 losses, my losses are still at 2.7 something%. You understand? So that clearly shows something about my risk management right there. Because with the way that I trade, it shows that with my risk management, I'm giving myself, a chance or an opportunity to take as many trades as I can without doing too much damage on my max losses or uh my daily loss limit. So that's good right there. And there's only one way up. There's only one way from here, which is up. I'm not gonna lie. And it's time to bounce back, and we're gonna do that together. If you want to be part of it, just join the Telegram. I'm gonna be sharing. This is what the Telegram looks like, by the way. Let me show you real quick. Just so I share my trade ideas with the risk management and everything. I mean, obviously right now it looks crazy. Why would you join somebody who's on a losing streak? But yeah, I share everything on my Telegram. So here's what my Telegram looks like. I even show you the recommended capital risk based on the setup. If it's an A plus setup, I recommend a higher capital risk, and then I also calculate uh you know the position sizing for everyone, because now I'm assuming everyone who's on here is trading the 5K, and I'll tell you to DM me if you want a more personalized position sizing. So yeah, this is what it looks like, guys. I'm excited for the new week. I was gonna break down the market for you, but then now I know that, okay, if I do that, the video is gonna be long, and I don't want the video to be long. So yeah, that's my update for the week, and let's hope we bounce back and we come back strong. Appreciate you guys for watching, and being part of the journey and actually witnessing greatness. Watch us bounce back from these losses. Appreciate you guys.